When my fiancé and I moved into our new house, we were overjoyed. It was the place we dreamed of for years. Our rescue cat, Bella, came along, and everything felt perfect. Except for one thing, the empty, half-renovated house on our right. The fence between its back garden and ours had been removed, leaving both yards completely open. At first, we didn't think much of it. Behind the empty house was another property where a group of young men lived. Occasionally, we'd see them cut through the abandoned garden to get to the street. We assumed they had permission. But on our first night, while sitting in our backyard, we noticed a man staring at us from a dark window. His face was blank, his presence deliberate. He didn't look away for over 30 minutes. We went inside unsettled. A few nights later, 3 strangers moved the makeshift gate aside and walked straight into our yard. The youngest, carrying a large bag, offered us stolen dishwashing tablets. We declined. They left without explanation, as if it was their right to be there. Soon, it became routine. They'd enter through the abandoned house, no words, just stares meant to intimidate. Then police came one day, saying the men had been evicted for antisocial behavior. We felt relief, until it began again. One day, my fiancé spotted a stranger in the abandoned yard. He sprinted toward our door, tried the handle, then ran back to bang on the empty house's windows. That night, someone whistled outside, the kind men used to harass women, followed by tapping on our window. The next morning, our doorbell camera had been removed, its memory card gone. Weeks passed like this. Then, one night, our live feed showed a hooded man in a black mask standing in our garden with his arms spread wide, like a crucifix. He stared up at our window. The police told us, "Staring isn't illegal." As if this wasn't enough, another layer of fear began. I had an ex, Caleb. Controlling, obsessive, but never physically violent. After our breakup, I changed my number, left social media, moved to a new city. Then strangers began repeating Caleb's exact phrases to me, ones only he used. A barista, a rideshare driver, a passerby, all different faces, but the same cold, knowing eyes. I suspected he'd hired people to do this. But his sister swore he was in rehab without a phone. Still, the words kept coming. It felt like he'd painted himself onto strangers, so I'd never stop looking for him. In the midst of all this, my family planned a trip to a lakeside Airbnb in Michigan. Most of us stayed in the main house, but my cousins and I were assigned the upstairs of an old, neglected garage. The first night was quiet, until 3 a.m., when a deafening bang slammed against the garage door. Then again. And again. The whole structure shook. When my uncle went outside, he found a man standing behind the garage, perfectly still, watching. When my uncle called out, the man simply walked away and vanished into the darkness, without a sound. Later, we found 2 jesters playing cards, one in the garage, one in the main house. The one in the garage had a twisted, demonic grin. We moved into the main house for safety. The next night, my mom heard footsteps on the porch and someone trying the basement door where my brothers were sleeping. By the time she checked, no one was there. We cut the trip short. On the drive home, my mom pointed out that during laundry runs earlier that night, I'd been going up and down alone. Maybe someone had been watching, waiting until I seemed alone before making their move. Now, whether I'm in my home or somewhere far away, I can't shake the feeling. Every stranger's face is suspect. Sometimes it's the vacant stare from that abandoned house, sometimes it's Caleb's words from an unfamiliar mouth, sometimes it's the man behind the garage. It feels like one long, unbroken story. A shadow following me, changing faces, changing places, but always watching. Always there.